As you can see, I lost. Hopefully, in the light, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, if you see the forfeit, you'll be able to tell.
I'm gonna say something.
I have lipstick and crap all over my face.
I'm gonna say something. You can cut it if you want.
Don't. Just don't.
Hello! Like and subscribe.
As you can probably see.
As you can see, I'm with... I can't say that, never mind. I'm with... I want to say it, but I don't, because I don't...
No, don't.
I don't want to upset anybody.
As you can see, I lost. Hopefully, in the light, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, if you see the forfeit, you'll be able to tell.
I'm gonna say something.
I have lipstick and crap all over my face.
I'm gonna say something. You can cut it if you want.
Don't. Just don't.
Okay,
Don't even. If you think it's gonna offend people, just don't say it.
All right.
I already look like an idiot.
Yes.
So
Make me depressed.
make you depressed, and I'm the one wearing all this stuff. Let's get started. One announcement. Again, March Madness Bracket Challenge. I don't know how you're gonna be able to take me seriously. March Madness Bracket Challenge.
Okay. March Madness Bracket Challenge. Go over to the March Madness Bracket Challenge announcement video on our channel. So they couldn't take you seriously.
Keep going.
Go over to that. Leave a comment. Tell us you wanna be in our competition.
Why did I talk to you like you were incompetent?
March Madness Brackets. You should go to a store like that and talk down to everybody.
Yeah. You're gonna win a free tweet. You can win a free $25 gift card. You just go to our March Madness Bracket video and leave a comment, say you want to join. We only got 4 people so far.
We're getting closer and closer to the end.
So I guess only those 4 people are going to win.
The end of the earth is coming. You better qualify to win the $25 gift card.
But we're going to get into some NHL trophy news.
Qualify to win. Okay, sorry.
We're going to get into some NHL trophy news.
We got our hockey talk today.
As well as some of the standings. There were a couple changes in the standings.
So trophy standings, and then second segment. Well, we'll talk about that when we get to the second segment.
But the first one, I'm just going to mention 6 trophies, and I'm going to list them off. There's some I left out.
Are there some other ones too?
Like the Jack, I forgot the name of it. I think it's Jack Adams.
That sounds like a beer.
I think it's Jack Adams, but there's also, I think, the President's Trophy with the top team.
I've heard of that one, yeah.
But I left those out because you can pretty much find those out for yourself, I guess. But these are a little bit more in depth. You got the Art Ross Trophy, and we'll go into each one as I get to it.
And this one's awarded to the player. Sorry, go ahead.
You got the Art Ross Trophy. You got the Calder Memorial Trophy.
Go through them all.
You got the James Norris Memorial Trophy. You got the Maurice Richard Trophy. The Vezina Trophy. And I almost said the Marc-Andre Fleury Trophy. And then you got the William N. Jennings Trophy.
I don't think he has a trophy named after him yet.
But the first one we want to get into, since you were getting ready to explain it, go ahead, talk about it.
Art Ross Trophy is the first one we're getting into. And that's awarded to the player with the most total points at the end of the year.
And as you can see from one of our videos that we've already done this year, and if you've been paying attention to hockey, even if you hadn't, Nikita Kucherov already broke a record this year.
Yep.
He has 111 points right now.
What did he have the last time we talked? We were talking.
He had just broken 100.
He had just broken 100
when he went to 62. With 62 games.
And of course, he plays for the Lightning.
Plays for the Lightning.
Best team in the league.
Top team in the league right now, and they already clinched a playoff spot. We're going to get in the table pretty soon, but plays for the Lightning, has 111 points. He's just dominating the league right now in points. But however, Connor McDavid, who was one of the number 1 prospects not too long ago.
I almost said Connor McDavid because the way I wrote it down on my paper. I don't know why I was going to say it like that.
But you have Connor McDavid, who plays for the Oilers. Yeah. They've been struggling.
Yeah.
Actually, Oklahoma City used to have the Barons, which were the farm system for the Oilers.
I didn't even know that was their farm system team.
We got rid of a semi-pro team here in Oklahoma City, which was the Blazers.
Kind of sucks.
Which was stupid because everybody went to go see it.
Yeah, that was real popular. A lot of people went to watch it.
And then we got the Barons, and half the people went to go watch that, and then we just lost. We lost the.
Hopefully, they can try and bring something back.
And it's terrible. You know. Hockey's probably my favorite sport to go to and watch.
Yeah.
Baseball's the most relaxing.
I still have yet to go to a game. I need to go.
Hockey is there's nothing better than seeing an adrenaline packed and walking through the stadium. It's a little cool. It's just
especially the way the fans are.
It's crazy, man. It's like being in a Mad Max movie sometimes. But You got Connor McDavid for the Oilers at 100 points, so he's not too far behind. I mean, he's
In Edmonton, are they struggling this year too?
yes.
So it's good to see at least somebody's performing for the team.
They got a couple, but it's nothing.
But as a whole team,
overall,
they're
yeah. And then you got Patrick Kane for the Blackhawks at 99
Of course,
points.
a popular player.
The Blackhawks have been struggling here lately too.
Yeah.
So for the Art Ross Trophy, you got Nikita Kucherov pretty much leading the way.
Yeah.
And again, that's for the most points at the end of the season.
Yeah, most points at the end of the season.
Again, goals and assists.
Yep.
Point accumulation.
Combined.
Now, you want to read off the second one?
Yeah, we got the Calder Memorial Trophy.
Which is what?
That is the Rookie of the Year. It goes to the Rookie of the Year.
Right.
And I don't know if they always do it. Okay, well, you go ahead. Go ahead.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, I don't know if they always do it this way, but they have a winger, a center, and a defenseman
I
nominated
don't
for
think
this.
they do.
I don't know if those are just actually the top 3 rookies or if they pick a person
No.
so they all just
Because there's
pick the top
5
3.
there. There's,
Okay.
There's 5 there.
Okay.
Yeah, there's 5. There's top 5
These
that
are
they
the top
listed.
3.
And I just listed the top 3.
Okay.
So for the Calder Memorial Trophy Rookie of the Year award, you got
It's probably Elias. I'm assuming that's how
it's
you
either
say it.
Elias or Eliash.
I guess it depends
Peterson.
on where he's from. Yeah.
Center, 26 goals, 32 assists, 58 points. Played for Vancouver for a
Yeah,
rookie. That's pretty
Vancouver.
decent.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Andreas Johnson's second.
he's a left wing.
Yeah, plays for the Maple Leafs.
He's got 20 goals, so he's not too far behind Eliash. I'm just going to pronounce it like that because it sounds cool.
Okay.
19 assists.
So assists, he's not really. You see the big drop off here from Elias
Yes.
Peterson to the second.
39 points.
Yeah.
Plays for the Maple Leafs. And yes, there was a big drop off in points. Rasmus, excuse me. Some of these names I'm not going to pronounce right.
Well, they have a lot of foreign players in the
Dolan,
NHL, so.
plays defense.
Yeah.
8 goals, 29 assists.
29 assists is a good number. That's,
Which I would expect out of a defender.
Yeah.
37 points.
Plays for Buffalo.
Plays for Buffalo.
Yep.
So Elias or Elias plays. He's pretty much above.
He's almost guaranteed, I think, probably to get
And
that.
a lot of these rookies, most of the time, they're not starting.
Yeah.
I think the only one that pretty much was like the number 1 prospects, like Connor McDavid. I think when he came in, he started.
Yeah.
And he was a top prospect. And we're going to talk about the lottery system. He actually didn't go to the last place team when he was drafted. So.
Okay. Well, yeah, we're going to talk about the way the system works.
And then we got the James Norris Memorial Trophy. So we got
best
the
defenseman, right?
right. So we got the most points, got the Rookie of the Year, and now we got the top defenseman with the James Norris Memorial Trophy.
Yeah.
And you want to go through the players?
Yeah, you got Brent Burns, 13 goals, 60 assists.
Yep.
73 points. He has a plus 17. We talked about the plus stat in one of our previous hockey videos.
And just to go over it again, the plus and minus. The plus is when you're on the ice and your team scores.
Yeah.
You get a plus
you
1.
get a plus, and then if you get scored on, it's minus 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I think you can argue.
I mean, I guess there are. I don't know. They have to have some kind of stat, I guess, to track. Penalty in minutes, which is the amount of time and minutes they spend in the penalty box, 28.
Which is big for a defenseman because as a defender, especially if you're elite,
you have to
want
be
them
physical, but at the same time
controlling.
Controlling.
And you want to be able to be on the ice as much as possible to help your team.
He plays for San Jose.
Yes.
The Sharks, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. And then you got who was the second player?
Mark Giordano.
Mark, that's right.
You could argue that he could be first. The only thing I think that keeps him out
Yeah, you'll see.
is
Okay,
his penalty in minutes.
Yeah.
In points, he's just a little bit back, but he has 14 goals, 51 assists, 65 points. Now he does have a plus 29.
which is 12.
But San Jose was struggling a little
I was
bit
going to say, like you said, that stat can be kind of construed different ways.
because sometimes you get scored on and somebody else makes a mistake and it's not your fault.
You can play with an amazing, other defender on your team too.
So
it's just
you could argue that that stat has a little, not very much validity, but now penalty in minutes 61. So
I think that's the big drop off between first and second place voting right now.
He's got a lot of penalties.
Yep.
Plays for the Flames. Flames have been dropping off here lately.
Yep.
You got John Carlson, who's third.
11 goals, 50 assists, 61 points, plus 16, and then 34
penalty in minutes.
penalty in minutes.
Yeah. That plays for the Capitals.
Capitals.
And the Capitals are coming on strong. So we had the James Norris, we had the defense, we had the Calder Memorial Rookie of the Year,
Yeah.
the Art Ross, most points. Now we get to the fourth trophy. I got 6 here. We got the Maurice Richard Trophy, the leading goal scorer.
Yeah, leading goal scorer.
And
Just goal scorer. This isn't points.
This one's going to be kind of quick to go through. You got Alex Ovechkin.
Yeah.
Ovechkin's always dominant, plays for the Capitals.
Yep.
He has 69 games played and 46 goals. You got Leon Draisaitl, 70 games played, 42 goals, plays for the Oilers. So he's another one for the Oilers.
Yeah.
So you got a pretty dominant line for offense.
Yep.
Now I don't know if they play on the same line. I didn't look at their lineup, the Oilers, but they got a decent offense. Just they have been struggling. You got Patrick Kane, 69 games played, 41 goals, plays for the Blackhawks.
So this one's wide open. They're not separated by that much. So this could change throughout you know how they play throughout the end of the season to the end of the season. But yeah, that one's real quick to go through. You just talk about the amount of goals they have.
Now, one that's a little bit more in depth, the Vezina Trophy. These next two, the Vezina Trophy's I'm fine with, but
The one after that's it's really odd.
the William M. Jennings, I have a little dispute about
We'll get
that.
into
But
that. Yeah,
but
Vezina's just the top goalkeeper and
top goalkeeper voted to be the best.
voted. Now who votes on the ones that
They have a committee.
Oh, so it's just a committee.
Yes, they have a
Okay.
committee of people that vote.
So
I think it's 31 people.
Different sports have different ways to do it. Some mix in like owners and players, and then some just have players.
I think this is owners. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I think it is. Kind of like in high school. Kind of like in high school, it's all state stuff like that.
Yeah. Voted by coaches.
Yeah. Andrei Vasilevsky,
Vasilevsky.
32 wins, 2.23 goals against average.
Yeah.
Save percentage is 93%, .931.
Yep.
6 shutouts, plays for the Lightning. So as you can tell, a lot of these, you got Nikita Kucherov, you got Vasilevsky, as a goaltender. So
Top attacker and top goalkeeper, according to the.
in a lot of these teams, you'll notice are in the playoff hunts.
Yeah.
Ben Bishop,
Yep.
23 wins, goals against average. You also know something else about Ben Bishop here pretty soon. Goals against average 2.08,
Which is significantly lower, but
save
he has
percentage.
11 or 9 less wins.
Yes.
So,
Save percentage, and you'll see why. Save percentage is 93% or .932.
Yeah.
So just 1,000th
yeah.
ahead of
1,000th. Yep.
Andrei Vasilevsky. 6 shutouts again, like Vasilevsky. Plays for the Stars. Then you got Marc-Andre Fleury, third. One of my favorite goaltenders of all time. He's played for the Penguins.
Yep.
34 wins, goals against average 2.48, save percentage 91% or
Yep.
.912.
Yep.
Now, he also has 8 shutouts,
I don't know if that's the most in the league, but it's the most among these 3 players, 8 shutouts.
and he plays for the Knights.
Yeah.
Now, the Knights play the Stars tonight. So it's a big game coming up.
Stars have been coming on, they've been playing good here recently.
Yes, and they beat we'll get into that. And then the last trophy, I don't want to just keep going off this because it'd just be a straight list.
Yeah.
So we'll go off of this and then talk about some of the games and then go through the table.
Yeah.
The last trophy is a little bit more to talk about.
Really
here.
odd.
The William M. Jennings Trophy, awarded to the goaltender who has played a minimum of 25 games for the team with the fewest goals against it. So you can have a goaltender, and you'll notice that with a lot of these players who don't play a lot of the season, but will come in and fill in a spot or something like that.
Yeah.
And they're not necessarily a starter.
Or I was gonna say, or maybe there's a really good starter for their team that doesn't allow many goals, and then they come in. It's a really weird award. I don't quite get it.
So
It's almost like they said, we need a second goalkeeper award. Let's come up with one. That's almost like what they said.
yeah, seems like it. Or they wanted to give a memorial to that player because he did such a
to
good
that
job.
player. Yeah.
Robin Lehner, 38 games played, so he hadn't even played half the season yet,
Yeah.
or right on half the season. Goals against 79, goals against average 2.19.
Plays for the Islanders.
Plays for the Islanders. You got Ben Bishop, who we already talked about, 40 games played. So he is in mention for the Vezina Trophy, but he's not necessarily their starter.
I was
for the
going to
Stars.
say something. I was going to say about him. Was there an injury maybe? Because if he's in contention for top goalkeeper,
Yeah, but I think he was listed as not their starter for the Stars.
that's weird that he's in contention for best goalkeeper and he's not the starter. That's really odd.
So I don't. Well, he's been every time he comes in, he has an unbelievable game. So I don't.
Maybe he's a situational goalkeeper. I don't know.
But Ben Bishop has been good for part of the Stars for a while. But
Yeah.
40 games played, 81 goals against average 2.08.
Yeah, well, that's a good average.
Again, plays for the Stars.
Yeah.
And then last one, you got Tuukka
That's
Rask.
one of my favorite names ever.
39 games played, goals against 89. So it's pretty much between Ben Bishop and Robin
Yeah.
Lehner. and then goals against average 2.41, and he plays for the Bruins.
Yep.
And what you'll notice with a lot of these players and a lot of these teams is a lot of these players that play for these teams are in the playoff hunt.
Yeah.
There's very few. I think the Oilers are struggling. Yeah, they're in 6th place in the Western Conference, so out of the playoff spot. So I don't. And the Blackhawks are kind of out of it. Those are the only 2 teams. You got Vancouver. So I don't. It's kind of the Western Conference is kind of competitive for the wild card spots, but when you get to the top teams, it's really not.
Yeah.
It's just for those wild card spots. Now, I want to get into the table real quick before we end the video. All I wanted to mention today, guys, was some of the trophies, because I think in the previous hockey video, we mentioned a lot of the players that we thought were the best players.
Yeah.
And we mentioned some of the trophies they had won, or at least I did.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get a little bit more in depth.
You went a
with
little
that.
bit more in depth with the players in the hockey video last week.
So let's talk about the Metropolitan Division in the Eastern Conference. Do you have yours pulled up?
Yeah.
Now you got the Washington Capitals. They had just jumped ahead of the New York Islanders. Of course, the New York Islanders have a game in hand, so it might switch on and off. So it's a big game coming up for the Islanders. Now the Capitals have 71 games played. The Islanders have 70. Now the Capitals have 91 points. So to the Islanders 89. So they're just separated by a game.
You know, something I pulled up, and I think it's a big thing, especially heading into the end of the season, is how they've done in their last 10. Washington 8-2 in their last 10, so they've been playing well here recently. And you have Pittsburgh third there. They've won 3 in a row. I'm looking at kind of the stats more towards the back, things like that.
Well, if you want to mention any, just...
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like last 10 is probably a big thing. Now the Islanders haven't been terrible in their last 10. They're 6-4, but you start letting some games slip away. You start letting people jump you.
That's a good point. The Capitals really capitalized. There's no pun intended there. Have really capitalized on their last few games.
Yeah.
And the Islanders kind of dropped off a little bit, and you'll notice that with the Calgary Flames too, that we're going to talk about later.
And like Tampa Bay, we were kind of talking about.
So this is the Atlantic Division.
Atlantic Division. Are they the only ones that have actually
Yes,
locked up a division or a playoff spot?
They're the only ones that have locked it up. And look at their points, man.
Yeah, I know.
112 points for the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yep. 8-2 in their last 10, won 3 in a row. You know, I've always said, I know it's a different sport. Sometimes we will bring up different sports. I've always talked about baseball, and you know they'll have the 3-game series. Win 2 out of 3 games in every series, you're fine. So I mean, it's just staying consistent is, I think, one of the hardest things in sports, especially nowadays, in every sport.
Yeah, and they've clinched their. Actually, this division is pretty tough.
Boston's lost 3 in a row. Tampa Bay's won 3 in a row. Now I know Boston can't come back, but I mean, you start letting stuff slip at the end of the season, letting games go by.
Yes.
That you know, especially like I've said before, when you play bad teams, those are the games you have to win.
Yes. So Boston has 93 points.
Yeah.
So nobody's in close to Tampa Bay.
No.
And then you got Toronto in third.
Yep.
With 89 points.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not too far back from Boston. They could switch on and off.
Is that a shootout? Is that
Where?
a shootout record to the left of the last 10? Is that what SO means?
Yes.
Toronto hasn't had one this year. Okay, they're 0-0. I was looking at that and I noticed it, and I was Tampa Bay 6.
And you get a point for a shootout.
Yeah.
If you lose.
So Toronto hasn't.
So when you get to overtime, you do get a point.
Toronto's 0-0 in shootouts. They haven't had a shootout.
Now we want to talk about the wild card real quick.
Yes.
Now, I don't see Carolina or Columbus being able to get into an actual
A
top
top
3
playoff
spot.
yeah. And they take 2 wild cards, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But the Flyers have been coming on strong.
They have.
I would say it's either between Florida, Philadelphia, and Montreal, and Florida has to almost have a miracle.
You know, Montreal's 4-6 their last 10.
But they're tied.
6-3-1.
They're tied with Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yep. And Columbus is 5-5 in their last 10. So if those 2 teams keep slipping and Philly keeps winning, they could jump that. They could jump those 2 teams.
However, Columbus Blue Jackets, they have a game in hand.
Yeah.
And Carolina has 2. So
Okay.
I think Carolina can clinch their
And Carolina's coming on. They're 7-2 and won their last 10, so they're still playing.
Of course, Philadelphia has one of the greatest mascots of all time. Have you seen it?
No.
It's like a big hairy beast. It's called Gritty.
Gritty.
Yeah.
That's freaking great.
It's awesome. Of course, you got Ottawa in last place. I think they might finish in first for the lottery.
Yeah.
Which we're going to talk about in a second. And then you got the two last divisions. Of course, I want to wrap it up here because we're getting on pretty long. But
yeah.
You got the Central Division. You got the Winnipeg Jets. Just jumped ahead of the Nashville Predators, 86 points.
And the crazy thing about that is
they have 2 games in hand.
They have 2 games in hand.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're Nashville's at 85 points. The Stars could jump Nashville. It is possible because they have 2 games in hand. They're at 79 points.
Yeah.
Now the wild card, of course, the Blues could jump the Stars because they're tied on 79 points, and so could Arizona, the Coyotes.
Yeah.
I don't think they're in that division, but anyway, they're at 77 points. So they could, either one of these teams could get in, and you'll see in the next division, Pacific Division, when I talk about
St. Louis, their home record is almost like right even at 17-15. Now their away record, they're 19-12. So that's probably what's keeping them.
They
up
have
there.
been struggling at home.
So playing good away.
Now the Wild have really been struggling at home, and Dallas just beat them last night in a really in a tough game.
Arizona's 8-2 in their last 10.
But Dallas jumped into that third playoff spot last night.
Yeah.
They beat the Wild. The Wild are struggling a little bit right now. And lastly, you got San Jose, who just jumped the Flames.
Yeah.
The Flames been dropping off here lately. San Jose, 94 points. Of course, Calgary has a game in hand.
They have a game in hand.
93 points. Then you got the Vegas Knights tonight against the Dallas Stars, which is one of the biggest games, might be the biggest game of the season for the Stars right now.
Yeah.
So, that's a big deal because whoever wins that can solidify their spot even more.
That playoff spot that they want to keep.
So, and then you mentioned St. Louis, you mentioned Phoenix.
Yeah.
The Wild in Colorado and Chicago and Edmonton.
So this one's close.
The Eastern Conference, the Western Conference is a little bit more competitive with the bottom table, and it was kind of like
it's
that.
Like that in basketball too. Yeah, the bottom of the table.
And we're going to get stuff that's similar to basketball too with the lottery system, but I just wanted to go into a little bit more in depth with statistics and trophies and things like that in our video. Of course, as you can see, I lost the forfeit, but anyway, you want to go through the announcements again?
Yeah, we have our March Madness contest going on.
Yes.
You have a chance if you win the bracket challenge. You can win a $25 Amazon gift card. Go to our March Madness bracket announcement video. Leave a comment. Tell us you want to be in it, and I'll get back to you whenever. This Sunday's Selection Sunday, so they do the bracket this Sunday. And I think we're going to give, what did we say, until the first game tips off Wednesday, right?
Yep.
Until the first game tips off Wednesday, and after that, you can't enter. Go leave a comment on that video if you want to be a part of that and have a chance to win a $25 gift card. Was that our only announcement? I think it was our only announcement, right?
That was our only announcement. I guess that's it with Cody and James Comments at Sports. Yeah. Make sure to like, subscribe,
hit that notification bell,
leave us a comment, and we'll see you in the next video.
See you in the next video.